Welcome to Biology, My Passion. I am Soumya Harikrishna. In the previous video, we discussed RNA interference and mainly the application of biotechnology in agriculture or green biotechnology. In this video, we are going to study about the applications of biotechnology in the field of medicine. So here first we are discussing the production of insulin using rDNA technology. We all have heard of insulin and you learned in 11th standard also. Insulin is a protein-based hormone or protein hormone. It is secreted by our pancreas because pancreas is a heterocline gland. It is endocrine as well as exocrine. Endocrine part of the pancreas has got cells called islets of Langerhans. They have specialized beta cells. They secrete the protein hormone called insulin. So what is the function of insulin? To regulate the blood glucose level. We know that we need an optimum level of blood glucose in the blood. When we are eating lot of carbohydrates or the sugary substances, our blood glucose level will go high. So our insulin will be secreted from the pancreas by detecting it, and that will be brought back to the normal. Now sometimes when we are not eating anything, what happens? The glucose level will go down. Then there is another hormone secreted by the same pancreas, glucagon, which will bring up the glucose level. So always it should be maintained optimum. But in some people, either due to congenital problems, that is by birth they have some defects in the pancreas, or due to aging, that is hereditary factors, unhealthy lifestyle, obesity, all of this can affect. As a result, the pancreas may not be producing sufficient amount of insulin. So in this case, the deficiency of insulin will lead to a hike in the blood glucose level. So once it is high in the blood glucose, it will naturally get excreted through the urine. This condition is called a diabetes mellitus. Many people are now suffering from diabetes. And it is told that India is the capital of diabetes. So how can we treat these people? It is by providing insulin. They don't have insulin, so we can give insulin. But if you take it orally, it is a protein hormone. You know that protein gets digested in our stomach itself. From there it starts. So we cannot take it orally. It should be given as injection. So we have to prepare insulin injection to provide to these people. But here the problem is, from where will we get insulin? That also on a large scale to meet the demand. So initially it was found that it could be extracted from the pancreas of dogs. After that discovery, we started extracting insulin from the pancreas of certain slaughtered animals like pigs and cows. But that could not solve all our problems because of certain reasons. First of all, this was animal source protein. But that structure was also slightly different. Pig insulin was different than human insulin. Cow's insulin was also slightly different from human insulin. So in some people it caused allergy. Whereas second reason was, in some people, immune response. We know that our immune system will respond to anything coming from outside, foreign body. So some people develop immune response. The third, from the slaughtered animals when we extract, that is not sufficient for providing to a large group of people waiting to get this. And also, if there is not enough supply, the price will go up. It should be at an affordable rate also. So because of these reasons, scientists started thinking of an alternative source for getting insulin. So that research ended up in rDNA technology, where we got a solution to produce insulin using rDNA technology. What is the structure of insulin? Insulin is a protein hormone, right? Protein means what? Polypeptide. Many amino acids are connected using peptide bond. That's why it is poly means many. Polypeptide chain is called protein. So insulin has got almost 51 amino acids in it totally. Okay. But in our body, when it is secreted by our pancreas, it is secreted in the form of a pro-insulin or an immature insulin. Okay. So the structure of insulin consists of first polypeptide chain called A chain. A chain has got 21 amino acids in it. Like this. One after the other, they are connected. Another chain called B chain. That has 30 amino acids. Now, these chains can go separate. So to avoid that, they are connected by two disulfide linkages. Okay? So these two chains, A peptide and B peptide, are connected together by two disulfide linkage. We also learned disulfide linkage in the antibody structure. Okay, so this is the structure of a mature insulin. But I told mammalian body secretes it in the form of proinsulin. So what is the difference of proinsulin? The proinsulin has one more chain connecting A and B. That is called a C-peptide. Okay, C-peptide. So A chain, B chain connected by disulfide linkage, which again connected by another peptide bond called a C-peptide. Okay, so now when we are doing rDNA technology to produce the gene, you know that you have to take the gene of interest, transfer it to a plasmid, give it to a host, multiply it, obtain the product. But when we are taking the gene, it has got the sequence for A, C, B, all three. So when we make the protein, the final product that we are getting is proinsulin, not the mature insulin, because the gene codes for proinsulin. So it became a challenging task for the scientist how to convert this proinsulin into insulin. Because if it is naturally produced within the body, our body has the mechanism to convert it into mature form. But if it is taken externally, that means by injection, our body cannot convert it into mature insulin. So we have to give to the patient only the mature insulin. But rDNA technology, by gene we are producing only proinsulin. So this was a challenging question in front of the scientist. But they worked on it, and finally 1983, an American company called Eli Lilly, they came up with a solution to this problem. What was the solution? Instead of taking the gene for insulin, they took the gene for A peptide alone. They also isolated gene for B peptide alone. And these genes were given to two different plasmid. So first they cut the genes using a particular restriction enzyme. They cut the plasmid also using the same restriction enzyme. So sticky ends are produced. So now suppose this is the A gene. Here A gene is joined by using DNA ligase. Here B gene is joined using ligase. Now they gave it to the host cell, made the host competent by the various processes we learned already. Then the host took it up. Then the host was multiplied in huge fermenters and finally isolated, purified and got the result in two different bioreactors. From one we got A chains, from the other one we got B chains separately. Now it is easy. A and B can come together, but they created it by producing disulfide linkage in between them. So this was the process of production of insulin hormone by rDNA technology.